Hey, Stamper fans. Whew, little malfunction there at the beginning. So, of course, I had the whole day off of my day job, and today's the day I'm running late. So it's kind of funny. Um, all right, welcome to another Make It Monday. I am Nan Gerlitz, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Bloomington, Illinois, and I am here live on my Facebook page every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Time in the U.S. So glad you're joining me. If you are popping on live, please drop a comment. Let me know you're here. Hello, hello, Penny. And if you're watching the replay, also drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I love to know. I had somebody recently comment on my YouTube channel that they were watching from the UK. So that's so fun. I know I have some Australian viewers sometimes as well because I've kind of become online friends with them. So super fun. All right. So tonight we are talking Paper Pumpkin, which is our monthly subscription kit, if you don't already know that. I will go into more of that as well. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, so I mentioned I was off from my day job today. I am off from my day job tomorrow as well because we have construction going on at the library, and they had to shut down the electrical panels to do some breaker installation or something electrical. I don't know. So we had no power. So of course they can't make us come in and work with no power. So I got 2 days off on top of 2 days off last week. So yeah, I've had like a 6-day weekend. It's going to be really, really super awesome. So unfortunately, I lost like 2.5 days to sickness. I just all of a sudden had a stomach bug, and it was really weird and not horrendous, but man, I slept an entire day. So yeah, so not as productive as I would have liked, but I still have all day tomorrow. So that'll be good. And I'm feeling much better. Let's go ahead and flip the camera view so we can talk a little bit about projects. So first of all, congrats to the Stamper Man on his winning card from Friday Night Stampin'. Yes, it is all fabulous except for the sicky part. And also Friday was, I hope he doesn't mind me telling you this, Friday was the Stamper Man's birthday. So that was a nice little birthday gift from all of you to him, was his overwhelming number of votes that he got for his card. So very fun. The other thing I did want to point out on my card was that because somebody specifically, I believe it was Tracy, had mentioned that she really liked the colors on this one. And the color combo from this came directly from my newsletter last week. So if you did not know, I send out an e-newsletter every week to keep you up to date on what's going on in the Stampin' Up! World. And I also give you color combination suggestions and sketches to follow and all sorts of goody stuff. So if you have not signed up for my newsletter yet, let me know. Cheryl's here 2 weeks in a row. How exciting. This is very fun. So tonight we are doing Paper Pumpkin. And for those of you who are not initiated, Paper Pumpkin is a monthly crafting subscription box that Stampin' Up! Offers. Absolutely love it. It's a Christmas miracle. And this one is past, so this is November's Paper Pumpkin kit. You can no longer sign up for this one. So when I am showing you Paper Pumpkin, it's not something specifically you can get anymore, but it's always helpful information. There's always some tips I give you too. Plus, this shows you what you could get as a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. Yes, woot woot indeed, Russ. Well-deserved win. So this particular kit called Warm Wishes is all these treat boxes. Super fun kit. And I have put one kind of together already. And I actually found even some more cute little tips this afternoon. So I'll be sharing those with you as well. But this kit has all these food-safe bags in it. So you can put cookies in here if you wanted, if you had like homemade cookies and you wanted to give them really cool and make, kind of a small gift a little more impressive, right? Nothing like a handmade treat box. So these are food safe. I intend to fill them with like Hershey Kisses and bring them for my work bazaar that they're having next week. So I think I had mentioned last week that we had a spirit committee at work. or maybe that was in my newsletter. I can't remember. But yes, our spirit committee is holding this holiday bazaar, and I'm donating a bunch of my handmade cards and things. And the money raised will go to the spirit committee, which will then pay for fun events for us throughout the year. So super nice. Okay, so I think I can put this away because I think I got the stuff I need. I put all in here. Put all the little die cuts and doodads and thingamabobs. All the technical terms for you guys. All right. And so, and before I get started, I'm going to run across my studio here. Because if you remember correctly, last month I showed you that we had these big cards that were kind of an add-on to this month's Paper Pumpkin. So as a subscriber, sometimes they will offer little add-ons of coordinating product. And they had these, which were these ginormous, very glittery cards that went with the theme of last month's kit and this month's kit. So this was the house from last month's kit. And if you remember, I went ahead and colored that. It was super easy to fussy cut that out. And so I've made 10 of these cards to go to my holiday bazaar. And then I took this cute little dog from this stamp set for this month, and I added him to our truck set. How cute is that? Not my idea. I saw it online, but I do love the way this blue truck looks. Special delivery. So, and that is from this particular stamp set this month as well. The Merry Christmas is from last month's. So you can see too that they've coordinated those fonts. So you could use the stamp sets from both of these to make some beautiful Christmas cards, all sorts of things. So fun, fun, fun times. All right, so these guys are actually stickers, and they are meant to hold your treat bags closed. So I will not be sealing any of mine tonight because I don't have my kisses yet to fill them with. I also wanted to show you that this is how a lot of your elements come when you're getting your paper pumpkins. They are literally pre-printed, pre-die cut. You just kind of pop them out and assemble them. So super helpful. So if you are a new stamper or a new crafter, or you want to craft with your kids or your grandkids, your neighbor's kids, somebody's kids, it's really a great thing to work with for that deal. Got all this twine. I better get my instructions out quickly. Okay. And dimensionals. And all of our paper pumpkin kits come with a 1-inch Stampin' Spot. So it's basically the, oh, I didn't even open this one. It's Betty proof, right? It's everything proof. It's the perfect thing too. Like, oh man, if you're working on Christmas things, you can put a Christmas movie on and you don't have to pay super close attention and you're not measuring things aside from maybe your ribbon or your twine. Yeah, it's super nice to do with other things going on. So yeah, the little 1-inch ink spots are regular colors. So if you wanted to keep using this, you can get the Mossy Meadow refill and just keep refilling it as it dries out and you have your spot. They do not repeat a color within a 12-month period. So you will have all these different colors and you can decide which ones you love the most, right? And then you can pick the full-size pads of those. There you go. The Craftily Challenged. Or the Craftily Challenged. I like that. All righty. Next week, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but next week on Monday, I'm going to be showing you some alternatives to this kit. And as I've already said, I'm going to make all these into treat boxes. So I won't really be using the houses per se, although I've seen lots of cool things done with these houses, made into cards and all sorts of things. So you can check online. There is a great Facebook page called Paper Pumpkin Fan Club, where you can see a whole bunch of alternative designs. But I've already made one of my favorite card ever, I think, with this front door stamp. So watch for that next week. I think that's probably the one we'll be putting together. Okay, so your instructions, and I point this out too because it took me a while to notice it. They always have a ruler up this side. So if they tell you that you need to cut so much, so many inches of the twine or anything, they've given you a ruler right there even. So literally the only thing you need is a pair of scissors. Everything else is in the box. I love it. Then they'll tell you this is for project 1, this is all the stuff you need. For project 2, this is all the stuff you need. And then they'll tell you project 1, here's step by step, and it's pretty much just all visual. If you need a little bit more, you can always tune into mine for one, because I will do this every month. Or I've also included a link to Stampin' Up's video instructional video in the video description, because they do put together one that has no talking. It's just some background music and somebody putting it together so that you can stop and start it and pause it and everything you need and rewind as many times as you need to go ahead and put it together. So if these instructions are not great for you, you do have other options. Everybody learns a little differently, right? Okay, so project number 1 is our brown house. And these are all pre-scored, so they do have the score lines all ready for you. So you're going to go ahead and, if you have a bone folder, you can go ahead and use that to crease your folds. I always recommend having a bone folder, but if you don't have one, you do get a Stampin' Block in your very first paper pumpkin kit. You can always use that to make those folds a little crisper, okay? A little bit of innovation there. All right, so that's basically how it's going to go together. I mean, it's so simple, right? But so cute. We've got the reeds on this side already. So it's telling me, hey, you want to stamp warm wishes on this one. I have to find my stamping spot because I have limited supplies out today, guys. Just a few things that I got out of the box and already I'm losing things. That's how crafty people are, right? That's just how we roll. All right. So, nope, that's special delivery, which would be fine as well. That's another thing. You can make this kit your own, dog, for you American Idol fans. Yeah, you can do whatever you want with the kit, right? It's your kit. So, oh, your original bone folder's still missing. Have you asked Carlos? Is he hiding it somewhere? That's terrible. It's so I think I mentioned this last week, but I was telling Russ that, and he says, oh my gosh, he says, if he gets like a pair of scissors out from the drawer upstairs or something, it might take a whole day to get them back to where they go. Eventually they do, no problem. He says, if he grabs anything from down here in the craft room, he immediately comes downstairs and puts it away because he says he knows one of us will be looking for it. So you just need to teach Carlos to craft and then he'll put your stuff away. Okay. So a lot of times with these little spots, because they're so little and the stamps are usually bigger than they are, I like to put my block stamp side up and then just take the ink to it. It's just a little easier to ink things that way. And when you are stamping, if you're new to this, it's always good to give kind of, like a 5-second count maybe, to make sure that the ink has seeped into your paper because paper is porous. So it needs to kind of absorb it, right? And I did forget to bring over my cleaner. I don't want to run away from you again. So we actually had to stop. We had a meeting at like 5 o'clock and then we stopped to pick up dinner from Panera. And so we were eating and I'm like, oh yeah, I have everything out. So it's no problem. And then I got down here and I'm like, it's like 1 minute and 12 seconds till showtime. Okay. And I did not have quite everything together. So I will try to stay with you. Okay. So it tells us to stamp, tells us to cut a certain amount of twine. And I'm going to give you a good tip for the twine as well. Tells us we need 5 wreaths. Let me see. Yeah, I did not do that yet. Where are I put my wreaths over here. Okay. So we need 5 of these little wreaths. And anything that's like die cut like this and pre-stamped or pre-printed, I think they give you just enough. But anything like these little tags that you have to stamp on, and so you could oops, they usually give you like an extra one. So just in case you stamp crooked or weird or it didn't ink up enough, you can always flip it over, of course, and then you'll have an extra one. And they usually give you plenty more dimensionals or whatever other adhesive than you need. I think they probably figure that some people use more adhesive than other people, so they give you extra. Okay, so we put a dimensional on the back of each of those. Da, 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 da. This is so super simple, you guys. Okay, we're going to take our house. So remember I told you we've got the wreaths on this side already. We are going to take the backs off of all of these and stick them in the windows. Make sure your bow is facing up. So did you all have a good Thanksgiving? We went up to see Kylie and Dan and the boys, so that was really nice. It is Kylie's favorite holiday. She loves to host, she loves to cook, she loves to eat. And so Thanksgiving is her favorite. It always has been. Ever since she moved out, she's like, I'm hosting Thanksgiving. Her mother-in-law has actually taken it upon herself the last couple of years, maybe last year. I don't remember now, but yeah, so I think she was thrilled to be hosting again. Dan was working part of the day, so there was no chance for them to come down here for the day. They wouldn't have gotten down here till like 8 o'clock at night. So, okay, so we've got our wreaths on. Now we need our twine, and I did cut this ahead of time. So I've got my twine here, and they've wrapped it around a few times. So you just want to wrap it around this top fold over piece. They've like wrapped it around twice. Now what I did, because you're going to need to put it through the little tag. You guys got quiet on me. Is I went ahead and tied this in a knot first, because it's not like it's holding the thing closed or anything. It's just there to hold the tag on and to be a little decorative. So I just went ahead and tied a knot. And that way, when I went to put the tag on, I didn't have to also fiddle with making sure the twine was in the right place, because that's a pain in the patootie. And then I actually just fed, I think, both of these through at the same time. Hey, Lucia. Oh, that's right. You don't get paper pumpkin down under. I forget. So yeah, this is fun and new for you. So yeah, I've just fed both of these through. So really that knot kind of comes right through the hole. No big deal. And then I'll just tie a bow. And it's a little easier to tie a bow because I've already got that knotted and the tag is sitting down there and we're all good. And then I can trim my ends when I'm all done. So the next thing, they gave us tear and tape in this one, which I love it. All right, I got to catch up with you guys because I did ask you questions. Oh my goodness. Enough dessert for each person to have an entire pie. Holy moly. We only had French silk pie and pumpkin pie, but we're definitely going to have to rethink that next year because for the last few years we've brought homemade French silk pie. But our son-in-law has celiacs, so we have to figure out. I think if we just do a gluten-free crust, which Kylie had on her pumpkin pie, I don't think there's any other gluten in it, so we might just be able to do that. But definitely, it was the boys were just a mess and they couldn't stop touching things, so like everything had to be wiped down as soon as everybody was done with pie, and both the boys had to go into the shower. It was like, wow, that was a lot. So yeah, we definitely got to go gluten-free next time. Okay, so tear and tape here. I'll get to you in a second there, Betty. I did see your comment. So what they're telling you to do is put the tear and tape down the middle. And I will show you in a moment. But I did want to tell you about an idea I saw online this afternoon. that I thought was so clever. Let me grab my trimmer here. And what somebody did, actually this way, is they went about halfway between these two score lines. It's about halfway. I'm not going to worry about it being exact. They did a little score line. You could do that by hand. You could do it whatever. I like mine really, really straight, so I like to use my trimmer. So then they made a little mountain fold in the middle. And then what they could do was, so one of the ideas, they took one of the baggies and they put it up like this, kind of folded it over, and attached it with a card with some earrings on it. So it's a nice little gift holder for a pair of earrings or some other kind of jewelry, right? Or somebody had also taken, and I have nothing here like it, but let's just pretend this is a gift card. Somebody had put and just attached a gift card in the middle like that, and then closed it all up. And so now it's a really fancy way to give a gift card, which we all know so many people in our lives that you need a gift card for them for whatever reason. And sometimes it's because you don't know what to get them. Sometimes it's because, look, I can't pick out your size or the exact model or whatever it is you want. Here's the money, go buy it, So sometimes it's just the right way to go. So that is a really fun little idea, is just to make a little mountain there, and then you can attach a lot of different things, I think. So, okay. So the way they told us to do this, and the way I will be doing this as well, so we're going to go ahead and put some tear and tape down the center here. And then when I have this baggie full of kisses or whatever I'm putting in there, take the backing off and I will actually stick this down to the center so the baggie stays in place. So how fun is that? Really smart idea. The other thing is we're going to put tear and tape on this end. And I actually have one already done, so instead of going through all that. So you're going to put it right here, and then when I take that backing off, it's going to stick to the front and close up our little treat container. The other thing I did was I put a dimensional behind this flagged end because I wanted that to stay up there. So if you're picky about your tags, that's another thing. You can use a little glue dot or a dimensional and just pop them where you want them, and then they will stay right in place, and you don't have to worry about them being upside down when you give it to somebody or whatever, right? They'll be right where you want. Okay, back to Betty's question. You asked if I knew what the January paper pumpkin will be yet. I wonder if I still have that piece of paper over there. I don't see it. I did see something, and I can't remember what it looked like, I'll be honest. Oh, in this particular kit, we got 8 treat holders, so 4 of each kind. So this is the other one we were going to make. Super, super fun. But Betty, I do know that they told us starting in January, they're going to have an add-on that will go for more than one kit. I think they probably tried out the response with this last month's and this month's kit with those add-on cards that went with both of them. So starting in January, there's going to be some dies, I think, that you can get that will work with like January, February, and March's kits, I think. So that's really exciting. So those will all kind of have some continuity to them, I think. Be fun. But you can totally go on the demonstrator website, and I can probably walk you through that afterwards and show you where to find that information. So, wow, I didn't even print the December one, because we are actually still in December's subscription period. So you have until December 10th to subscribe to get the December kits. And here you guys got me using my my stamp block for a bone folder now, even though my bone folder's right there. Oh, see, I give you tips and then I use them, right? Okay, so then we have a little blue house as well. And this one, they said, oh, go ahead. We've got little round tags. So I've pre-stamped that already. I really hope, Lucia, that other markets can figure out how to get something like a paper pumpkin, because it is really fun to get a little surprise something every month and have something that's just kind of pre-done for you and you don't have to think about. And they all look so good. So we were only using 3 wreaths for this one. And again, dimensionals in the center. And you'll see that there's wreaths on the back already. So we're just going to put these on the front. And what's nice about this is that the ones on the front then will be all popped up because they're on dimensionals. So that'll go right over that circle window. Like I said, make sure your wreaths or your bows are going the right way. Okay, we've got our tag done already. And we want to take our twine. And again, we're going to just wrap that around like twice. I guess it's really more linen thread. I love the linen thread. It's like the perfect thing when you don't want anything too froofy like ribbon and you need a little neutral. It's really good for that. I just bought another whole spool of linen thread because I have actually started using so much of it. Well, that guy just does not want to get down here. All right. Yes, I do love the kits collection as well. So for those of you that are not familiar with our kits collection is not a subscription thing. They are kits very much like the paper pumpkin kits, except for it's not a surprise. You pick out the one you want and everything's included except for maybe a pair of scissors. And you get to put it all together. So you have an idea of, oh, I need birthday cards, I need treat containers, I need home decor, I need all sorts of things. So we do have quite a few different kits collection kits that are available all the time. Those are online exclusives. So if you're looking in my online store, you want to click the menu, shop products, and then hit online exclusives. And you will, or you can, I think there's also a kits collection option. So either way, you'll get there. But whatever's available is online. So you know that right away. And if it's not online, then they're all out of them. So, which is nice because they're always adding new ones. So you always get kind of a fresh selection of them. So if there's not something that you like this month, check back next month. Maybe there will be then. All right, so once again, we're going to put our tear and tape in the middle. That will hold down our bag of goodies once we have that filled. That'll be my project for this week. I got to run to Dollar Tree tomorrow. And then this one, I will put tear and tape on the 2 little rooftop pieces. So those will stick down to the front. And then we just need to add our little tag. Same thing again, I've knotted it like that so it's much easier to deal with all this. Instead of trying to keep that loose and then thread the tag through and then tie a bow while everything's slipping all over the place. Nobody needs that. I will say in the kits, for the most part, I don't think I've ever seen ribbon actually in kits because it is not cost effective enough and it would make the kits really expensive if they put ribbon in there. So they do tend to stick with like the linen thread and the twine to make it more economical, and that way you're not paying a lot for the kits, which is nice. And there we go. Perfect little treat holder. So how fun are those? I absolutely love them. Like I said, I really think these are going to go well at the holiday bazaar as well. Lots of glitter on these as well, just like the cards that went with them. Yeah, just like these add-on cards. They have all these glittery pieces, which is one of the reasons they're getting sold at the holiday bazaar, because I need to get this glitter out of the house. So we do not do glitter in this house unless it's Wink of Stella. But I do love this little doggy, and I actually fussy cut 10 of him because he's so adorable. Just loved it. So again, next week I will have more alternatives. So if you have this kit and you're not sure if you need 8 treat boxes, let me switch the camera view here. Then I will have some alternatives as far as making cards, things like that. And also in the meantime, you can click, if you go to Facebook, you can go to Paper Pumpkin Fan Club. It is a page or a group. I don't remember. But either one, it's public and you can just join it. And they have tons and tons and tons of alternatives all the time. So you can see that. Penny brings up a really good point. As a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you are also able to purchase any past refills. So once all the subscriptions are filled for the month, they will take whatever's left and they will offer that. It's a group. Thanks, Penny. They will offer those up for subscribers to purchase either the full kit if they have those available or just the refills. When you get the refill, it does not come with the stamp set. It does not come with the ink spot. It only comes with the consumable like paper products and die cuts and things that came in that kit. So as Penny said, she's thinking maybe she needs more than 8 treat boxes, so she could order the refill. She has the stamp set and the ink spot already. She could just make more of these very easily. So, but that is one of the benefits of being a Paper Pumpkin subscriber is you do have access to those past kits and refills as well. So if you missed one, you can always go back and see what's available. Again, those are available in my shop, but only for subscribers. They will ask you to put in your email that you have subscribed with in order to verify that you're a subscriber. So I have lost the top to my stamp set, so I'm sure I'll find it as I'm cleaning up. Let's see. Oh, the other thing I wanted to remind you of is 60% off. Last chance products are still for sale. We have sold out of quite a few things. I want to say like 10 to 12 items are already gone. Amazingly, as I checked over, the things that were sold out were not the things that were discounted yet. So interesting. So there's still plenty of good deals to be had. There's still plenty that's available, but there are things that are selling out already. So if you are interested in any of the mini catalog things, or if you just don't even know, go to my online shop and you can click on the banner that says Last Chance Products, or it'll look something like this. Or you can click on specials, and you'll see Last Chance Products up there as well. And you can check and see. I love shopping online in this particular way because you don't have to look at a spreadsheet of names. You don't have to look at anything like that. You can see the pictures of what exactly it is, and you can decide what jumps out at you, and you can see the deals right there. You'll see the original price and the sale price for those items that are discounted. But I would definitely hop on that sooner rather than later, because once those are gone, and you will be sad. I don't want you to have FOMO. So, all right. I think that's it for me tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. It was fun chatting with all of you. Yeah, until next week, I'm still Nan Gerlitz. Happy stamping.